Today I'm going to be showing you how to find products to sell on Amazon in 2024 if you have a low budget. Simple as that. Let's get right into it. No sales pitch. So we're going to be trying to keep everything in theme with low budget today. So I'm not using any fancy software just yet. I might show you a little bit at the end, but there's just free ways to do this. I've been there. Started my first product when I was 18 years old selling on Amazon, and it cost me $1,300 to do that whole project, source it. To begin with, it was $4.42 sourced, sold it for $24.99 on Amazon, and I made thousands and thousands of dollars my first month selling that in profit. It was awesome. Now I want to show you how to do that and spark that entrepreneurial beginning for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. So one thing we have to understand first, we're going to be trying to find a product we can sell on Amazon, source it for sub $5, simple arithmetic. We need to order several hundred units of something to sell on Amazon. There's going to be a lead time involved there. The smaller, the better. If we can source it for $3, $2, that's really the ideal range we're looking for, assuming you have that $1,500 budget, so to say. We can source $303 products for $900, still have $600 left over to do some of the other things that are involved in, getting this product to sell. So with that in mind, $3 products are generally going to sell on Amazon for $14, $15, $12, $18, right? So you want to look sub 20. So our goal is to find a product that is not $29.99, that is more in the $10.99 or $18.99 range. So just simple step right there. Now, the way we're going to be doing that is we're going to be looking at the Amazon bestsellers list. So go to Amazon.com, click on that little guy right up there, bestsellers. And these are just all products essentially from every category, and they're just ranked in the form that they sell really well. Okay, so from here, pick a category. Some categories to avoid would be books, CDs, cell phone accessories, electronics, ingestibles, appliances. Use common sense. We're looking for small, almost tchotchke-like products. So arts, crafts, and sewing speaks to me in that sense. Now, obviously, arts, crafts, and sewing is a big category, right? Elmer's Glue is by selling $1 million a month. We don't want to sell something that competitive. We want to go small, low-hanging fruit. That's how you start with a low budget. So we're going to dig deep into these categories here, right? So I might go immediately into craft supplies, and then that's going to give me more options. From there, I might go into leather craft. Okay, from there, and by the way, you'll know you're at the end when you get no more options. I'll go to leather craft accessories, and let's see, do we get another breakdown of categories if I do that? If we don't, you'll know you're at the end, and you do not, so you're at the end. Once you're here, you're looking for products that are sub $20, less than $20 on Amazon, and we're looking for simplicity. So I would avoid these big kits. I would be much more interested in something like this, wool dauber ball brush. Don't even know what that is? That could be a potential product. Don't worry too much about reviews right now. Doesn't necessarily matter, okay? I know that's a slightly controversial thing to say, but in my opinion, that's actually been true. I think you still can compete with people with hundreds of reviews as a brand new seller. So we're gonna look through here, and what I'm looking for is a product that's selling really well in that price point that we said with low reviews. I know it's selling well because it's already in the top 50 sales rank for this subcategory. So that's proof enough that it's selling well. And don't go anywhere because I'm going to be showing you a free way to determine exactly how many sales, or very close to exactly how many sales they're making. So this might be a good place to start. So Break, they spelled leather wrong. Leather Art, or maybe that's their name, sorry. Art Leather Edge Paint, coated leather frame. Well, I don't even know what this means. They're just keyword dumping in here. I don't know what the product is. So we're going to click on this product, and this is a potential already. You're getting closer to your goal of reaching financial freedom literally just by clicking onto a listing like this for free. Just if you shift your mindset to, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to try and finally make this work and get started. Don't have that much money to start. I'm going to figure it out. Listen to smart people. I don't consider myself to be one of those people. Relatively smart. Anyway, come down here, and you're going to go to their description right here, and then boom, bestsellers rank 13,000 in arts, crafts, and sewing. This is the number that we want. So just remember that, because where we're going next We don't need the exact numbers. We're going to say 13,000. Where you're going next, by the way, I have it open here, but I'll show you exactly how to get to it. It's free helium-10 sales estimator. And then it's this, where is it? Right here. So this link right here, it's just titled Free Amazon Sales Estimator. And the domain is helium10.com, tools, free tools. Click on that. That's going to bring you here to this page. Once we're here, you might start up here, scroll down to this little section of it where it has the predict average monthly sales volume section. Again, this is completely free. So we're just going to put 13,000 and we need a range. So we'll say to 15,000. Just add about 1,000 or 2,000 to the BSR from wherever you are. And we're going to put the price of the product, which I believe was $13.99. $12.99. Okay. 12. So put the exact price. Choose a category. We know it was arts, crafts, and sewing. Make sure you select this correctly. This is very important. There we go. And then hit estimate sales. It's going to fetch the data. And we can see right here, the estimated revenue is between $4,000 and $4,300 per month. Now, let's assume that we have a 25 to 30% net margin on that product, which is very conservative. My first product, by the way, had a 65% net margin. So everyone who's like, oh, you can't have good private label margins, it's not true. Now, will they dwindle over time as you get competitors? Yes, but you can still make a lot of money in the meantime and then move on to the branding element of this once you have more money. But this is a good way to start. You could potentially just cut that into, a quarter of what it is in profit. So $1,000 to $1,200 a month. That would be awesome. That's life-changing for a lot of people. Selling about 300 units per month. Very cool. So now we know that this product here is doing somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 per month in monthly revenue. We found it completely free. Now the only thing we have to do is go right here, take this, well, they did such a bad job of titling. I don't even know what to search for this thing. Break leather art leather. So it's leather edge paint is my best guess at what this would be. So then you're going to come back up to the top Amazon search bar and just search leather edge paint. That'll get us probably close enough and we can go from there. And yep, surely enough, there they are. Now Amazon started doing this really cool thing recently where on the search terms page, you can actually see how many were purchased in the last month. So, you could multiply that number by the price, and keep in mind it's usually off. It's usually more than what this number says. I can speak to that from my own listing. Scroll down. So we can see every listing that ranks in the top 10 here is doing at least 50 sales a month. Sometimes they go up to 300 to 1,000 sales per month. Granted, a lot of these have very high reviews, but let's move on to the next step here, which would be you want to see that the exact thing that people are buying, there isn't too many of that thing, right? So here it's actually quite irrelevant search results. Now we would want to confirm that there are indeed customers all trying to find the same thing. This is slightly a confusing product to me because everything does look a little bit different. I would want to go research what is leather edge paint? Is that the right search term? Once you have a good grasp on what the search term should look like, you can have a better idea of whether they're relevant or not. And from there, you need to figure out how you're going to sell a product in this category under this search term that has more value than the listing that's next to it. Right? And I'm going to pull a example from a book called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi onto the screen, and we're going to go over what value means, because I don't think you need some big fancy brand and some high budget to create a more valuable offer. I think it can be done a lot of the time in an intangible way with the way you present the product on Amazon. So value is a dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achievement minus the time delay and effort and sacrifice. So the dream outcome of someone with leather edge paint is maybe, let me just make it up because I don't really know, scuffed leather, it's torn or ripped or has changed color in some way. We need to get it back to its original color. If I buy this product, how likely is it for me that this product is going to fix what's going to happen? That's basically social proof. When I look at the listing, are they convincing me that they understand my problem and they're going to be able to fix it? When I look at the reviews, when people have that similar problem, were they able to fix it? The time delay, how long is it going to take? Well, if my leather edge paint cures in 3 seconds and someone else's cures in 3 days, I'm probably going to go with the one that cures in 3 seconds because there's far less time delay. So these are obviously important things to keep in mind. Effort and sacrifice, how hard is it? Am I going to have to spend an afternoon to fix my problem, or is it going to be instant? As soon as it arrives, it already is working for me. So keep this in mind. By the way, $100 Million Offers, amazing book, free, I think. It's like $1 or something. It might even be free. Just go look for that book, and it's a great book. You'll learn more about value creation. Now, back to what I was saying. With a low budget, you're not going to be able to produce a vastly superior product. So the next thing that I want to teach you is how to present a product that's actually similar to everyone else's, better than everyone else, so you get a majority of the sales, or at least a slice of the pie. And that comes down to your presentation, which really comes down to your product photography. That's pretty much your presentation. If I clicked on this leather edge paint, which has a unoptimized main image nonetheless, keep in mind, and that's selling pretty well. And then I go through their listings, relatively unimpressed. I mean, these actually aren't too bad. These are pretty good images. But if I can make images that are 5 times as good as these, I'll probably sell more than they will. That's just common sense, okay? And like I said, with a low budget in the beginning, you don't want to have to go spend $1,200 on a professional photographer. But you do probably have an iPhone or an Android with a great camera that's probably 24 megapixels or higher. Go onto YouTube and search how to create e-commerce product photos and study these. Build your skills. Right now, you don't have the budget to start delegating out tasks to get other professionals to do them for you. That'll come in the future. Right now, you need to be the person that's essentially doing everything, right? So instead of just saying, I can't, I don't know how, Shopify literally created a photo, which they're obviously incentivized to show you how to make great product photos, because if they sell more on their website, they make more, right? If you sell more products on their website, they make more, I should say. Go watch this video. It's a 13-minute video about professional photography using a phone. Do that and make better photos than your competitor, and you will sell more. I can promise you that. If you have a better offer, meaning you thought through who the customer was, what their perceived likelihood of achievement was, what their dream outcome was, what's the time delay of my product, what is the effort and sacrifice of my product, and optimize that using that formula to make a slightly better product. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be vastly superior. A slightly better product with much better photography and the same price is a better offer, and that offer will likely win. So that is the completely free journey to find a product on a low budget using the best sellers list and the free estimator tool on Helium 10. Don't go anywhere just yet, because if you wanted to save some time and do this for a slightly higher price, I mean, I think there's a $39 option on. Here we go. Okay, actually, I want to see annual, just monthly. Yeah, you can start at $39 a month. Okay, and that involves product research. You get a limited number of uses on Blackbox. Okay, that's all it would take. So let me show you how to do that. In case you haven't seen that method yet, that would be very helpful as well. And in fact, let me really quickly just make sure that I'm not showing anything that is important to my brand on my dashboard, and I'll pull this back over. Okay, perfect. So you saw the effort and sacrifice involved in doing the free way, manually looking for things. I can just tell this software that I want all of those things to be achieved before it ever shows me a product, so I don't have to manually go digging through and get an idea right away. So I could say only show me things where 1,000 people a month searched for that thing, no more than 10,000 people per month. Those products made at least $5,000 in revenue, but maybe no more than $20,000 a month in revenue. The price of the product, like we said, should be between $10 and $20. The review count should have a max of 700. And then the category should be arts, crafts, and sewing. Okay, and then this is a really cool tool right here, or filter I should say, competitor revenue. Show me that at least 3 sellers in the top had more than $5,000 in sales. And also show me that at least 3 sellers in the top had less than 150 reviews. We're going to hit search on that and check out what happens. We're going to get a list of things that sell on Amazon with the following criteria instantaneously. So like I said, if you value your time more and you have a slightly higher budget, you can use the link in the description to get this paid version of this tool that will do it for you. If not, just use the completely free method that I showed you in the beginning. Just take a little longer, but hey, that's totally fine. So as we're looking through here, stony clover patches. Okay, anything I don't really know what it is, I'm going to open it because sometimes those are the best products. Let's see, diamond art coasters. Don't know what that is. I'm going to open it. I'm just command clicking view on Amazon over on the right hand side. T-shirt yarn for crocheting. No idea what that is. I'm going to view it on Amazon. All right, so we just got 3 potential product ideas. Bead board. Don't know what it is. I'm opening it on Amazon. Iron-on letter patches. I can deduce what that would be, but I'm going to open it. And I'm just going to push right through the crazy noise that's going on outside. What even is that noise? I don't know what that noise is. It sounds like something bad's happening. Okay, so this is the stony clover patches. I don't exactly know what that is. Make sure it's not intellectual property of some type or a brand of some type. It might just be the way that this product is designed. Based on the fact that no brands are showing up with that name. So I'm going to look through here. And again, if you bought the paid version of the software, now instead of going every single product and looking up the sales rank and then looking up the how many sales they're getting manually, you can just open all of them at once. Like I said, you can actually get 20% off this software down below. I use it every day in my business. I don't promote almost anything other than this on my channel. I have a very stubborn view on sponsorships and brands, only things that I truly believe in and use all the time will I ever promote to you guys. So this is one of them. So check this out. So $12,000 per month in sales on these these iron-on chenille patches, just varsity. So it's like people trying to make their own like varsity college style, high school style jackets or clothing, I would imagine, or artwork. Just a bigger kit doing $50,000 per month. I mean, this is one of those things where now all I would have to do, even this one's $5,000 per month, and that's a $5 product, $21. So the cost of goods sold here is going to be very low, right? Because people are selling many of them for $12, $11. Now, using the value equation that I showed you, what can we do? Can we figure out to reduce the time delay? So maybe we find a manufacturer on Alibaba that has a stick-on formula that doesn't need to be ironed, just goes on right away, it's super sticky or something. Like, just think through it and ask the questions, right? Don't shut things down too early or shoot it down too early, right? Just think through, if nothing was limited, what could I get done here? And then if all else fails and you end up with the same exact product as the seller, well, can you have a better comprehension of who the customer is than them and therefore create a better intangible offer? So like I said, don't go anywhere because I'm going to be showing you right now, if you can't source anything other than exactly the same product, it's truly private labeled, you're just changing the logo on it, maybe not even that, just selling this product, how could you make more valuable offer? And that comes down to this part right here. One of my favorite things to do lately is to open up ChatGPT, which is the AI predictive text model that allows you to, I'm gonna have to sign in, blah, 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 blah. It allows you to basically study copyright data at a speed that your human mind would not be able to do so. And let me show you exactly that. So I would come over to the reviews here, and I would just simply copy these reviews, the ones that are most helpful, and I would say, write me a differentiation. Oh God, can I spell that word? Did I do it? I think I did it. Differentiation for the following product, which is a stony clover patch on Amazon based on these competitor reviews. It's smart enough to know what I'm saying. So we're going to paste that review in, quote, move on, come back, the next one. And like I said, I like to go by top reviews, not most recent. So whichever ones are the most helpful, and come through here. If there's any bad ones, I would use those too. So 4 is really good. Take that one. We're going to come back over here. Again, this tool is completely free. Quotation mark, move on. Here we go. Great. Another one that is not completely perfect. Put that one in there, move on. And then maybe we'll take another longer one. Generally longer works better in these type situations. It looks like maybe this one. Boom. Boom. And we're going to just go ahead and run that and see what it populates. The differentiation for Stony Clover patching Amazon. Enhance your personal style, all about convenience, wide range of letters, versatile and durable, commitment to customer satisfaction. Okay, so it's kind of writing bullet points for the listing. I'll say instead of writing bullet points, tell me who the customer avatar is and what they would like to buy. So you can just correct it. That's the cool thing about this. So customer avatar, it's going to build an avatar for you. 35-year-old working mom, 2 young sons who are always on the go, organized, creative. This is actually pretty interesting. It's one of the things, like I said, I've been enjoying doing lately is coming up with these customer avatar prompts via AI. And it takes what you said in your reviews and it turns it into who is the type of person. It kind of reverse engineers who would say this type of thing. What are the context clues that they left in their reviews? And who are most of your customers? And this works better and better and better the more reviews you put into it. So I would go to this listing here and I would pull their reviews. I'd go to this listing here and I'd pull their reviews and pull the ones that are voted highest the most number of times. So when we see this little sign right here, when I say voted highest, it doesn't look like there are any here. Okay, here we go. This says one person found this helpful. If you come across a review where someone was like 12, or it said 12 people found this helpful, that means a lot of people are connecting to that. So it's a better representation of who your target demographic is for that product. But nonetheless, let's read through this. So they want convenience, patches that are hassle-free to apply. Okay, so which part of the value equation is that? Effort and sacrifice, right? Hassle-free, effort. Complete set. So a complete set of letters to ensure she can spell out her family's names. So dream outcome is spell out her family's names. And she doesn't want to be disappointed by missing letters. So we saw there were some reviews about missing letters in the kit. That's something we can certainly make sure of by just having like extra of each letter in each kit, which would account for, even if you had a production line that was missing letters out of them, at least there would be enough in there. So you can add a few more letters, maybe take a slightly lower profit margin, charge the same amount. Someone sees, oh, they have an additional letter in each one. There you go. Fast shipping, durability, customer support. So, moral of the story, the completely free way to do this is what I showed you in the beginning. If you want to do it a little bit faster, you can do it this way. And now the rest of this video, don't go anywhere, is going to be dedicated to me just trying to find some additional products that I would sell. I'll tell you right now, based on what I've seen in this market, the number of low reviews and the number of sales that are coming through, I would sell this product as a beginner. And I would use the value equation to come up with a better offer. And I would look into which are the best selling ones and which notes are they hitting, which chords are they hitting with the customers and why. So is this kit doing better than just the letters because there are already a lot of letters and there's not too much of that? If so, can I take what's in this kit and just add it to this kit or add it to another simple letter kit, sell it for a reduced price, and fix a lot of what we said before. For instance, there's multiple of a lot of the vowels. Simple as that. So I'm going to be using the slightly more advanced, slightly higher priced way of doing this because this is the way that I do it. And it's just easier. I'm not going to go manually free look for everything every single time. And we're going to try and find a few more additional products. Actually, I forgot we opened some tabs up here. So diamond art coasters. Would this be a viable product to sell if you had a low budget? Let's see. First thing I'm going to do is just going to look through and look at how many are relevant. They all seem to be the right product. So this is what I'm thinking is the diamond art coaster, is this style of like, you almost do the coaster yourself, right? It's like, yeah, okay. So you put the little beads on the coasters to make the design. Got it. From there, is the price below 20? Yes, on almost all of these, the price is below 20. Are the reviews on average lower than several hundred? Yes. Many reviews here are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 27, right? So a lot of low reviews means that if you had low reviews here, social proof, you would blend right in. So it all comes down to the other elements of your offer. The social proof wouldn't be as big of a deal. Simply open up our X-ray by Helium 10 up here. Again, involved or included in your membership. And then I'm just going to look through here and I'm going to try and make sure that there are listings that sell more than $5,000 per month in revenue, guaranteeing that if I have a 25% margin, I can make more than $1,000 a month selling those products, which I can then over time, over the course, maybe even it's a year or however long it takes you, roll that into bigger and bigger, I almost said properties. I got real estate on the mind. Roll that into bigger and bigger products. So we will take a look at these products here. The revenue, as we can see here, is quite high for some of these. So I'm always curious, why is the bestseller the bestseller? Do they have a really unique offer? And well, in this case, I think they're the only one that has this like succulent based design. I don't see anyone else doing a design like that here. I mean, there are certainly naturistic ones, but these just bold, vibrant, high contrast succulents are not there. So I might go, oh, what are other styles that I can do like that? Could I do lilies or flowers that were in this way? And also, why do they have 4-star reviews? What's wrong with it? Can I fix that? Right? So we're just starting to think about things like that. Again, I think this is a product that I would sell. I would look into it more. I would build out my customer avatar. I would see what the cost of goods was going to be, make sure I have enough margin. As a new seller, I would likely take a small hit on the margin. I would just try and fight them with much better photography, offer, who is this person? Can I create the feeling that they've already purchased my product when doing my photography? It's one of the most important things you can do. And then I would list it, analyze what's happening, and then make changes accordingly and push forward and learn. Okay, so if I see that my click-through rate on the listing is lower than the market average, I would change my main image. If I see my conversion rate is lower than the market average, I would change my secondary images perhaps. And then if that didn't work, I would potentially try dropping my price slightly. I would, again, learn from what's happening, make the changes, see what happens then, keep going forward and keep learning. It's just a big learning process, right? So t-shirt yarn for crocheting. Let's check this one out. This is much simpler. Sometimes at the beginning, really simple products that actually don't have bad reviews are really a good way to go, because all you might have to do is put your money into a better label, right? And sometimes it can be hard to do that with a low budget. If you're talking $1,000, it's going to be pretty tough to customize packaging. That's usually something that requires a higher MOQ. But maybe it's not the label that you win with. Maybe you go with a relatively simple label that can actually be achieved with the unit number that you're thinking about ordering. And then you win on this front right here, where it's like these images. So I actually am a really big fan of these images. I think they fit the target customer, the avatar, right? These are high contrast. They're very artsy. They're very bold, and they're very easy to understand. I instantly understand what the size of the yarn is, and if I was crocheting, that would mean even more to me. I see that it's not going to fray or split, which I would be willing to bet if we went to other competitors' reviews is something. So they're automatically shutting down the fact that, hey, we've solved that problem. Easy to see stitches. So again, a potential product. I mean, there's just opportunity everywhere. It's just, can you have the vision to who this customer is and what you can solve for them? Can I do it, make a better offer for slightly less in price in the beginning? Now, I don't recommend following that model forever, where you're just going, I'm going to do more for less. That'll surely get you customers, but it's probably not the way to build a profitable company in the long run. It's a good way to start, for sure. You can certainly go in and disrupt a market. But in the long run, where I've landed is building a brand at a higher price. So if you want to learn more about how to do that, be sure to subscribe down below to follow my journey. And I think we're going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you in the next one. Later.